Tenet. At the very beginning, or near enough the beginning, John David Washington will save the day and avert whatever World War III crisis is about to happen. But as a result, he is now moving backwards through time and must work to solve the mystery in reverse order. Wow, that is intelligent theory. That is really, really thought out. And I gotta be honest, wrong. You gotta see it, you gotta see it. Hello, my name is John David Washington, and I am starring in Christopher Nolan's new film, Tenet.
You're not shooting the bullet, you're catching it.
The internet has a lot of theories and ideas about what the new Christopher Nolan movie is about, so Esquire has asked me personally to explain them to you. This is going to get interesting. Here we go. Inception is a movie about making movies. Cobb is the director, Arthur is the producer, Adrian is the production designer, Ames is the actor, Sato is the studio, and Fisher is the audience. Right, all right. But then who's catering this thing? Now, who's providing the food for the crew? Maybe, maybe it's Miles. I think that's the one thing that was left out in that theory. Miles might be providing the food, or at least providing the food for Cobb, Leonardo DiCaprio's character, and perhaps Leonardo DiCaprio is feeding the rest of the crew through Miles. The Dark Knight, the Joker is actually the hero of the Dark Knight. In the end, Gotham is actually clean. It wasn't because of Harvey, who died too soon to do any good except as a martyr. And it wasn't because of Batman, who was ostracized and treated like the criminal such a vigilante truly is for 8 years. Gotham was safe because the Joker had cleaned up the streets. This is twisted. The Joker, a hero? That's disgusting. I mean, he says he's an agent of chaos. Alfred said he used another example of somebody they hunted down back in his day. And when Bruce asked him whatever happened and what was his motivations, Alfred replied by saying he just wanted to see the world burn. This guy wants to see the world burn. What's heroic about that? Yeah, he had issues, dude. I mean, so did Batman. Bruce Wayne, don't get me wrong. I mean, they both need to talk to somebody. The Prestige, Inception, and Interstellar are actually a trilogy. Well, we're talking about different time periods. I mean, Prestige is a period piece. Inception, sci-fi world, Interstellar, sci-fi world. But I think a trilogy in style. I mean, these three films are his original ideas. Didn't develop them or inherit them from a comic book or a studio. These were his babies. He really let us into, on a huge scale level, of how he wants to tell stories and how he wants us to experience film, especially in IMAX. It's a pretty cool theory, actually. I like that. Matthew McConaughey's character dies after he ejects out of his craft and floats off into outer space. Do the events that take place after that ejection, including the Morse code bookshelf and the reunion with future Murph Ellen Burstyn, become nothing more than manifestations of a death dream? Yeah, no doubt. Although, when the movie begins, it starts off with these older, more mature figures in like a documentary form explaining the world and what had happened. It didn't feel like a dream or a manifestation of a dream or an afterlife. It felt like that's where the world was. So I don't know. Inception. Is Cobb the real target in the dream? The theory is that Miles incepts an idea into his head so that he can move on from his guilt over the death of his wife. You bet your Inception he's the target. Woo, I'm so loving it. He's the target. Now, are Miles and he the same person? Was he in fact talking to himself? He didn't even realize it? Was Cobb the son of Miles and Miles was actually the subject? Or at least those were his memories? There's so many places to go. I love this one, dude. Memento, the Disney theory. Leonard's wife doesn't die, but he himself does end up in a mental institution for some unknown reason. Eventually, he escapes from the institution, either by himself or more likely with the help of Teddy, who realizes what a great weapon Lenny can be. Teddy convinces Lenny that his wife died and assists him in seeking out revenge. Teddy gives Leonard the police file with the crucial pages missing. Teddy's monster killing machine eventually turns on Teddy and kills him. Eventually, Leonard learns his wife is still alive and is reunited, and voila, we have the confusing "I've done it" scene with a smiling wife present. Memento. I mean, this is a musical, right? It's giving Hamilton a run for their money. I will be there opening night 2021 for this music. How many musicals have any deaths in them? Tenet. Again. Tenet gives the agent or agents the ability to jump to the very near future, 5 minutes, an hour, etc. Then they are forced to witness the time they jumped over in reverse until they get to the original point where they jumped. Then they move forward in time, naturally. Only they know what is about to happen because they just saw it in reverse. That's very good. That's very good. I have to say, you are absolutely... Tenet is a sequel to Inception. I'd say it is an in-law to Inception. They're related by marriage. They get together for Thanksgivings, family barbecues, like that kind of thing. Other than that, one lives in Europe, the other one lives in Compton. Tenet will be about a claims adjuster for a top secret spy agency. John David Washington goes on site to where the action went down, assesses the damage, and ultimately decides whether the costs were justified, and if so, approves the budget for the next mission. Yo, Warner Brothers might get mad at this and they'll have to approve it, but I'll go ahead and say then Tenet is about a claims adjuster. My guess is that Tenet wasn't just chosen because it's a palindrome, and it is a palindrome. It also sounds the same when spoken forwards and backwards. I think this will be significant in the plot at some point if two characters are experiencing time in opposite directions and can both understand that word. Now, whoever wrote that sounds like an excellent idea for a movie. You should probably write like an outline for that, submit it. All right, y'all. I think we did it. I hope some of my theories helped you understand or better understand Christopher Nolan's films, because I most certainly think I contributed nothing to this conversation. There were some great theories up there. And I can't wait for you to check out Tenet this summer. I would love to hear what you guys think, and we can start this discussion all over, and I can better participate in some of these theories once it's out there. So go see it.